Hey guys, this is video number 3. I want to break down intermittent fasting for you. It's a big part of the 10-day hustle. It's also a big part of my BPTN plan. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably heard me talk about it. It stands for Bikini Plan Timed Nutrition. So the timed nutrition really involves intermittent fasting and understanding how, when, and why you would eat in this fashion, in the way that you would eat. So intermittent fasting essentially is longer periods of digestive rest. It's generally that you're eating, or what they call refeeding, in an 8-hour cycle, and then you're fasting for the other 16 hours. It's not as intense as it seems once you get into the pattern of it, but before you do it, especially if you're someone that gets up early and eats, you eat throughout the day and then you eat at the end of the day, there is going to be a period of adjustment. So I do recommend phasing in. So I'm going to break all of that down. And for those of you that are new to me, I know a lot of you are, this is my home office / my gym. We just put it together not too long ago. So you can even see the box still falling off the mirror back there. It's not even mounted on the wall. And it's also our laundry room. So there is a washer and dryer behind the curtain. So in case you ever are like, oh, her place is cool, what's going on in there? Let me break the mystique for you. It's my home gym. We got the yoga mats down, and we're working on continuing to build it out. So back to intermittent fasting. The reason why you might choose to intermittent fast outside of even just this 10-day hustle is it's a great way to maximize putting your body or accessing into a fat-burning state. So once you have essentially fasted and not eaten for 12 hours, your body goes into fat burning mode. So this is a great way. You can layer this with the countdown to competition plan. So let me back up a second. Many of you, as you know, I've written you and I've said, hey, you really should get involved in some of these other programs that I do. So 2 of the programs that I work with the most are called 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. A lot of you will have heard of these before. They're very, very popular programs because they work and they're really awesome. But they work when you do them with a coach, you have an accountability community, and you do them with Shakeology. I know too many people who order on Amazon and they think they've got what they need and then they fail at the program, they give up, or they're like, it didn't work for me. I know some of you in the group probably have had that experience because you didn't work with the coach and you didn't use the tools that you needed. But both of these plans, the 10-day hustle and the BPTN guide, essentially use the 21 Day Fix or the 21 Day Fix Extreme meal plan manipulated with intermittent fasting. And we manipulate the container system also. So that's a lower sugar diet so that you're not putting a lot of fruit in your body, you're not putting a lot of carb in your body. This is why you're able to get results really, really fast. Because intermittent fasting has you not eating for a longer period of time, those of you that have struggled in the past with eating disorders or binge eating, I want you to be really careful with this plan. Listen to your body, be really, really mindful. And if you know that breaking the pattern that you're on that is actually serving you right now, I either don't want you to do the intermittent fasting. You can stretch out your digestive rest and maybe you would, fast and not eat for 12 hours. But I want you to be really careful. I mean, your body's not going to go into fat burning mode the same way it would if you were fasting for 16 hours. But all the same, my priority is to make sure that you have a healthy maintenance plan and you have a healthy eating plan and you're not going, you're not just doing this and putting yourself in some sort of spiral. So just be really mindful of that up front. The rest of you, you can explore this and play around with it. What I generally recommend doing is using these first few days as a phase-in period because your body's not used to it. So when I phase into intermittent fasting, I do shorter periods of digestive rest and a longer refeeding period. So essentially what you want to get to is an 8-hour refeed window, a 16-hour digestive rest period. So phase in with a 10-hour eating window and a 14-hour fast. And then the next day you can do a 9-hour eating window and then a 15-hour fast. And then by the next day, you'll be able to move into your 8-16. Some of you will find that 8-16 is not for you and you want to stick with the 10-14 cycle. That's great. It'll definitely help you keep your hands out of, I always say keep your hands out of the cookie jar. I think a lot of us tend to be grazers, and in the evenings, we tend to put our hands in things or stick things in our mouths or drink something that perpetuates an eating cycle. So really being smart about kitchen closes at this time, kitchen opens at this time will keep your hands out of the cookie jar, which will prevent extra calories, will also allow your body to go into that fat burning mode because you have that extra digestive rest time. Also, this is especially important for women. You need to eat within the first 6 hours of waking up, otherwise you're going to disrupt your hormone function. So if you wake up at 6 in the morning, just make sure you have your first meal sometime before noon. It's not a big deal. It can be any time in there. Also, with this plan, you're going to be doing fasted cardio every single day. That means you press play on a cardio workout before you have eaten. And the best way to maximize fat burning is to not just wake up and press play on a cardio workout, but actually to wait a couple hours after you do your workout to eat. That's hard for me. I'll be the first to admit that because I love food in the morning. So I'm just saying if you get up at 6 and you work out at 7, see if you can push it to like 9 or 10 or 11 before you eat. And if you can't, you can't. But you got to figure out the window that's going to work for you, and that's really based on your lifestyle. If your family eats later and you want to sit down with your family, your refeeding window might be later. It might be like 12 to 8 or 11 to 7. I generally do something like a 10 to 6 period. I wiggle a little bit on both ends. Again, I'm an early riser and I like to eat really early. I'm not as hungry in the evenings. I can just pound water in the evening and I'll be fine. So that brings me to your water intake. You want to make sure you're having at least half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. And back to the workouts, we do a fasted cardio on the 10-day hustle. We do fasted cardio in the morning and we do an additional second round of cardio in the afternoon. So obviously, if you can't fit it in the afternoon, you're going to put them both together in the morning and do a dual fasted cardio workout. But ideally, what you'll do is you'll do the fasted cardio in the morning, and then sometime between your lunch and dinner, you'll do a second 30-minute, 25 to 30-minute cardio-based workout. You can choose other workouts that do involve weights. I recommend for the 10-day hustle, you do as much cardio and as little weight training as possible, but lightweight workouts that still have a cardio base will work for you. And I will be sharing some of those in our workout calendar as well. So in addition to that, still on the workouts, you're also going to be working your core for 10 minutes every single day. And we have a lot of core workouts that you can do as well. So you guys, this is why I said it's an extreme plan. This isn't how I usually start my people. This isn't what you're going to be doing long term. This is for you to get a freaking killer result in 10 days, but it's going to take work. It's going to take hustle. And at the end of it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, but you're going to look good. So that means that you're doing about 55 to 60 minutes fully of a cardio workout a day, just split up. And it means you're doing 10 minutes of abs every single day. So I really recommend you bust out your calendars now and start seeing where you can fit those in, whether that means you need to wake up a little bit earlier or rearrange your schedule a little bit, or the days like when I'm traveling, I won't necessarily be able to do that. I'll be with people, so I'll smash both my workouts together in the morning. Okay, so let me think of other things I wanted to share with you guys. I scribbled everything down really quick right before I made this video, and do you like my massive organization? I was like, oh, here's an empty bill envelope. We'll just scribble it all on here. That I need to remind myself to tell you guys. So we talked about phasing in. We talked about the refeeding hours and figuring out the lifestyle fit that's for you, what hours of the day you want to do it. In the plan, it's generally, you'll see when you open the plan, it's a Shakeology is a staple. So those of you that are already on a program with me or already have Shakeology, you'll be able to do that element of the program. Those of you that don't, you're going to have to put in another meal. So 2 things to know with that. It's generally, the way the program looks is it's a Shakeology and 2 meals. When you're intermittent fasting, you don't really need more than that. I think there actually is an option to do 3 meals. But a lot of you will probably condense it to 2 meals because once you're in that 8-hour window, you're always eating otherwise. So those of you that don't have Shakeology, that's probably going to have to turn into another meal. You might find that you need less food that is on the plan, and that's fine. You can do less food than what's on the plan. I will give you a chart with a breakdown of the containers because it says like 1 green container, 1 red container. So I'll give you what that is so you can actually measure stuff out. And if you're doing the countdown to competition plan with the 21-day fix extreme, that is a carb cycling plan. That's actually what I'm doing. It's really, really extreme to do with intermittent fasting. You're going to get a crazy awesome result, but you're also going to want to hang yourself at the end of this. So I'm just putting that out there now because like something like that, when I go after a result like that, it's like, what can my body do at 40? Let's just check it out, you know? That's not something that I would say would be something that is manageable to hold on to long term. It's like something you do to get a killer result, to see what your body can do, and then you manipulate it so that you either continue to carb cycle and you just live off a carb cycling lifestyle, or you just manipulate it and know that you're probably going to gain a couple pounds back and you'll find a way to find the balance. But you can totally do the C2C plan with this. You'll be avoiding dairy, avoiding gluten, avoiding alcohol, and avoiding soy. And pretty much you're avoiding nuts, or you're limiting nuts on this plan. You can have some fruit. It's a grapefruit. We use grapefruit for its thermogenic qualities. It helps to promote your fat burning state. If you have any sort of medicines that you're on that you can't have a grapefruit with, there's a lot of interactions with citrus there. Or if you just are like, I freaking hate grapefruit, you can have berries, you can have strawberries, or you can choose to totally eliminate the fruit as well. Thing is Shakeology in and of itself has about 18 grams of carbs. And the only other carb on this program is your fruit. And then the carbohydrate that's in the vegetables that you're getting, green vegetables like broccoli and green beans and that sort of thing. So there is some carb, but because most of you probably aren't going to be on Shakeology, you might need to add a carb in. So if you get through day one and you're like, there is no freaking way I'm going to be able to do this, you might want to do like a quarter cup of oatmeal in the morning. And a quarter cup of oatmeal is not a lot of oatmeal, just so you guys know. A half cup's probably going to be more carbohydrate than you really want on this plan. Other things you need to know, let me flip through this again and make sure I didn't leave anything off that I wanted to tell you guys. I think that's mostly, I think I also covered that I want you to drink half your body weight in ounces of water a day. I think I already said that. So, I mean, that's the bulk of it. And maybe some of you were taking notes. You don't necessarily need to. All of this stuff is in the plan. But I really just wanted to help you understand what intermittent fasting is and how you do it and why you do it. It's a great way to start fat burning. Anybody I know that gets on this plan with me, myself, all of my challengers and clients, my friends that have done it with me, get amazing results. It is just, it's a little tricky to get involved with at first. And with that said, some of you might be like, oh my gosh, my stomach is rumbling. My stomach actually doesn't rumble during this plan for whatever reason. I think because I'm getting plenty of nutrition and plenty of food. But generally, if you hear your stomach gurgling or like hunger sounds, it's not because you're really hungry. It's because your body is so used to getting food at a certain time. So the reason why your body even growls, you may or may not know this, is because your body starts to secrete stomach acids to break down food. So it knows, hey, I'm used to eating at 7 in the morning. So I need to start to release stomach acids, you know, all sorts of different digestive enzymes and not to start breaking down the food that's about to come in. So when your stomach is automatically on autopilot releasing those acids and there's nothing going in, it's going to gurgle, it's going to rumble, it's going to, you know, whatever. Your habits over time will change that. So I just wanted to put that out there. I feel like there's something else I need to tell you guys, but not so much. So I'm going to be putting together the workout calendar. I'm going to post the link right here. So read through the text in this post and you'll see exactly how you can access your free workouts. So it's me doing a tutorial of telling you how to do it. So you can watch it. But essentially, once you already set up your free account with me, you'll go over to Beachbody On Demand. You'll click it. It'll give you an option to start your 30-day trial. I will say you do put in your credit card to start that because it goes to auto billing, but you do not have to even receive your first auto bill. So if you stay here for 10 days and you're like, I'm out, I don't want this, or even if you continue on for 30 days and you're like, I don't think I want to continue on with this, you can cancel it. Those of you that decide to keep it, it's $2.99 a week. So it's less than a cup of coffee a week to have $3,000+ worth of incredible workouts at your fingertips. So hopefully most of you will see the value in that. But again, that gets billed quarterly. If you decide to keep it, it's billed at $38.87 a quarter. And I just want to let you guys know that up front because I know I would be freaking pissed if someone had me plugging in and signing up for things and didn't give me the heads up. But you won't be charged for 30 days. And it's a great way to try out these workouts and to start getting your body moving. And I'm telling you guys, if you want the results that these girls have been getting in the test group, you got to get on there. You got to start doing the workouts. It'll also be a great way for those of you that are considering doing the 21-day fix or 21-day fix extreme. My pug just pushed his way into the office. That you can try out some of the workouts and see what the trainer is like and that sort of thing. So I will be posting that workout calendar. It's basically just the different workouts that you can pick and choose which workouts you want to do where, but I'll give you ideas of which ones will be the best for you. And then we'll be using the rest of this weekend really just to phase in. So start trying to get on like your phase into intermittent fasting. Start trying to hit play on at least a workout a day. I'm also going to have you guys do your measurements. So I will be posting a link for that where you can get a tape measure. If you don't have one, don't try to use one of those hard ones that you get at the hardware store. Get one from like a dressmaker or a sewing kit, or Joann Fabrics has them for like $2 or something, or probably a neighbor has one. But do your measurements. I'll show you how to do that. Jot all that down, jot your weight down, just so you can check your progress. We're going to be using this group page as sort of our way to communicate with one another. So I freaking love, this is what we do in my community. I love the sweaty selfie. I love when you share your victories. I like when you're like, heck yes, this is awesome. This is my non-scale victory today. I pressed play on this 30-minute workout. I thought I was going to die. I did it anyway. I had this option to have, you know, a chocolate, whatever, and I avoided it, and I did this instead, and I made this amazing meal, and I took a picture of it, and I put it on the wall to motivate you, and I wanted to share this recipe. That's the stuff I dig. That's what I want this whole feed to fill up with, because I want you guys to share what you're doing, to show up, to do the work, and to motivate one another. So I think I've said that a zillion times. I think that's the bulk of it, but I always feel scared that I'm going to stop this and then want to tell you something else. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to post that link to get on Beachbody On Demand so you guys can even do a workout this evening if you want. And tomorrow I will go ahead and post the guide. Maybe it'll even go up tonight. But I wanted you guys to watch these videos first and really just take it in and not just take the guide and run away. I want you guys to really take it in and be here with me and participate in this community. So I hope this finds you well today, you guys. It is Friday. Happy Friday. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.